Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to design this view books and how to backend code for this one. Okay, so if you have not watched my previous video, you can just go to description and you will find the link for my previous video. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to design this add student form and how to backend code for these all buttons and how to take data from these all text boxes as well. So let me start with that. Just close this and let me just close it. Okay, so we are working with library video this project. So let me add new form. So first what we need to do is we need to add one form. So let me just right click on this and click on add, and after that Windows form. So this here you can see this now form is being added, and you have to write the name add student and just hit add, and this will add a new form into your project. And here we have this. Okay, so let me just copy the size of this form from the completed project. Here you can see this. Let me just copy the size of this form. Okay, here you can see this is 704.67, and let me just go to properties of this one and make it a little large. Here you can see this is the size. Just paste it and hit enter. This form shape will be changed. So here you observe one small stuff. This is actually, here we have two panels and one picture box. This is a picture box and this is a panel and this is also a panel. So let me add these stuff in our project. So you can see this. First thing what I need is panel. Let me just drag and drop one panel here like this. Place it on the right position. Make it large like this. Change the background color. Okay, for that just go and select the back color, and in this you have to select like gray. Okay, so after that here you can observe one small stuff. We have picture and as well as something written over it. So let me add that stuff too. So let me just drag one picture box. Here we have now. Let me just select the image. All image I'm using and all icon I'm using in this project, the link of that image is already in the description. You go and check it out and start doing it by yourself. So let me just click on import, and after that it will open the file I have provided. In this you will find this image add a student, and click, sorry, this is not the image actually. Here we have this one. So just open it and click OK, and you have to select this one, stretch image. And after that make this picture box large according to your requirement. Here you can see this, now it's looking nice. And after that you have to add one label, and on that label you have to change the text actually. Just right click and go to properties, and in this you will find the text. Here you have to write what add student and hit enter. Just change the font of this one. So go to font and click on this. It will take little time. Okay, so bold and something 14. Let me just select this one and put it in this way. Okay, so now it's looking nice. And after that, here you observe one small stuff, that is this is a picture box. So how to add a picture box, I've already shown you. Let me just drag one picture box more. After that, just drag and drop it here and make this one large like this. Okay, after that click on this small stuff, choose image, click on this one and hit OK and hit OK. Just select this stretch image, and after that it will look nice. Okay, so you have to do this stuff, follow step by step, don't skip anything. After that we need one more panel, so let me just drag one panel here like this one and make the size of this. Okay, and we have to change the color of this panel as well. So let me just copy the color code of this one. So this is the color code. Let me just copy. Okay, so just go to properties, search for back color. Here you will find this. You can manually write it. Here you can see this, and hit enter. Here you can see this, the color has been changed. Okay, so now we have this stuff here. So make it large and adjust it corner to corner. Let me just copy the size of this panel as well. So just copy size of this panel is 675 and 77. So let me just paste this one. Because it's a little smaller, so we have to make this like so that it looks standard, and make this large upward and change this color as well. So let me just change this back color. Okay, so now it's looking nice. After that, what we have to do is we have to actually add few labels and text boxes. So let me add labels. Just drag and drop. How many? Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it's total 6. So I have to add 6 labels. So just copy and paste like this. 4. And now here we go. So let me just change this first one, and what we have to change is we have to write student name. So just go to text. Here you can see this, and you have to write student name. In this label you have to write enrollment number, and in these two what we have to write is department student. Sorry, the spelling mistake here. Okay, so we have to write department, student, semester, student contact, student email. So let me just change all this stuff quickly. So department, student, semester, and in this one we have to write student contact, and for this one we have to write student email. After that we have to increase the font size of these labels as well. So how to do that? Just go to font, click on this and make it 10 or a little bit more larger. So let me just make this 12. Okay, so now it's looking nice. In the same way you have to do for the rest of the labels. So just select one by one by pressing the serial key, and after that you have to just go to font and select 12 and hit OK. You can see this size of all has been increased. Okay, so I will put it into the right position after adding text boxes. So let me just drag and drop the text boxes here, copy and paste to replicate. So now here we have 6 text boxes as well. So let me just put it a little bit right side. And after that, increase its size to this much. And keep equal distance between all these text boxes so that it looks standard. Okay, so now it's looking nice. Just adjust all the stuff. So now what we are missing is nothing but these buttons. So let me add few buttons here. So just search for button, just drag and drop buttons and just copy and paste to replicate. I need actually 3 buttons. Let me change the name of these. So refresh, save info and exit. So go to properties, refresh, save info and change this one to exit. Here you can see this. Now we have these buttons here, but it's not looking nice. So how to make this button look nice? So for that you have to change few stuff, that is flat style. Here you can see this. Go to properties of the button and there you will find this flat style. Just click on this and you will find this pop-up. Here you can see this. Now it's looking nice. In the same way you have to do for the rest. Just change this flat style to pop up and this one to pop up too. So now it's looking nice. After that we have to do actually increase the font of these text written inside these. So for that you have to just go to font and just click on this, make it bold and 10 and it will look nice. Here you can see this. It's looking nice. Okay, so it's actually, you have to make it large. Okay, so here we have now. So now the form is ready and what we want to do is, when I click on this button, here we have this button, add student, this form needs to be open. So let me just code for that. Just double click on this and it will generate a click event for that button. So after that we have to create an object for add student form name, that is add student. Here you can see this, add student is the form name and AST I will take the object name. So add student, after that like this you have to write and AST dot show. Here you can see this. Now just start this. And when I click on this add student and here you will find this is working and everything is now perfect. And enter anything into this. Okay, so let me just start this. Here you can see this one small stuff is that it's not in the center. Okay, so how to do that? For that you have to just do a minor change. Just go to properties of this form and after that change the start position. Here you can see this, you have to just change this to center screen. Let me start this once again and let me show you quickly. So here you can see this. Now it's being started in the center. Okay, here you can see this. Each time I click, it will be in the center and it's looking nice. Okay, so let's start with the coding part of this one. Okay, so first thing what we have is we have to code for this and this as well, and after that finally I will code for this. So what is this? Exit button. So just double click on this. Okay, let me remove this and first change all the design name of these. Okay, so let me just remove this stuff from here. It will be removed from here too. So first let me change all the design name for these all buttons and text boxes as well. So let's just go to properties and after that you have to search for design name. Here you can see this text box 1. So this is not text box 1, this is actually txt name and this one to txt enrollment and this one is txt department. Try to keep the name in such a way that with the name you can identify text boxes. So you can see this with this txt department, I can identify that from this text box we are going to get the department name. Okay, so in the same way you have to do txt semester and in this txt contact and this one to txt email and change his name too. So let me just change this to ptn refresh and this one to btn save, and this one to btn exit. So now we are ready with the coding part. So we can actually code for these buttons and now everything. But before that, what we need to do is we need to create a table into our database. So actually, what is it in real life? If we compare with in the real life, then if you want to store something, first you need a container. So before saving the data, we need the table. So let me just go to the here to my database and let me just select this one to library. I'm working with the library. My database name is library. So you have to execute this query. Don't make any changes because I'm going to write code on the same basis. Here you can see this. My table name is new student and my primary key is stuid and it's of int type and its required value. For that I have used increment. It is auto increment and it's a primary key. I have declared it here. So you have to write in the same way, or you can just go to description of this video and you can copy this code. I am going to put these line of code into my description. Okay. So here student name is varchar and 250, enrollment is 250, department is varchar 250, not null, all are not null, contact is big int type because it's an integer type and you can't take actually int because ints cannot handle the 10-digit value. So that's why you have to take this big int. So be careful at this position. Okay, so after that email 250 not null. So you have to execute this query and just pause the video and execute this one. Okay, so let's move further. So after that you have executed that query and after that we have to get started with the code. So first thing what we have to do is we have to close this application when I click on this axis button. So to do that, just double click on this and here we have the click event. So what I want to do is just close that form. So this dot exit. Okay, sorry, this dot close we have to use. So, okay, so let me just start this and show you. So here you can see this. When I click on this, this will close the application. So what I want is before closing, it should ask from the user that if you want to close or not. So for that, if message box dot show and ask user to confirm. This is your message which will be visible. Alert is the message box name. After that, this message box have few buttons, that is OK and cancel. After that, message box icon needs to be warning, and this will let me just check that what user clicked, OK or cancel. So here we have to write dialog result dot OK. When user enter OK, this code needs to be performed. Okay, so here you can see this. Let me just click on start. Here you can see this. When I click on this, alert, confirm, and this is a warning symbol with the OK and cancel button. So if I click on cancel, nothing will happen. If I click on OK, this form will be closed. Okay, so here we have this stuff. So now we have to do for this refresh. So what I want to do is when I click on this refresh, all this text box needs to be empty. So for that, just double click on this. Here you can see this button, refresh, click if it is generated, and after that we have to clear the text box. So name, that is txt name dot clear txt. After that, what we have is enrollment dot clear, and after that we have txt department dot clear txt semester dot clear txt mobile or contact. Dot clear. Okay, so let me just start this and show you this if this work or not. Here you can see this. I have written everything, something on all text boxes, and when I click on this, all text boxes are empty. So it's working. So there is another way to do this. Either you can do like this with the clear method, or you can do like this. So you can see this txt email dot text equals null. Either you can do this. Here you can see this. I have commented this, and let me just start this. Here you can see this. I'm going to write here, and when I click on this, it's being cleared. Okay, actually we are assigning null to this text box and assigning what text, that is what null. So this will work actually. Okay, so after that we are left with this save info. So how to do that? Just double click on this and we generate a click event for this one. And first what we have to do is we have to extract the value from all text boxes into the variable. So for that, first thing is I have to take a string, and what we have first thing is name. So the text box name is txt name, and from this text box what we need is text. Okay, so we have this second string, so we write enroll and equals txt enrollment dot text. The same way you have to write for this string. We have department equals txt department dot text. After that we have string sem, that is semester, txt semester dot text. After that we have what? Actually we have mobile number, so we have to be very clear on this, that mobile number is an integer format, so we have to convert that string to integer. Whatever we are going to write into this text box is already in the string format, so we have to convert, and I'm going to show you how to do that. For that, first we need to take a integer type variable as well. So I'm going to take this mobile, and after that you have to write like this int64 dot parse. Parse is a method, utility method. With that you can convert a string to a variable. Okay, so in this you have to write this txt contact dot text, and when you write this, this will convert your string type value into the integer type. Okay, so finally we have email and equals txt email dot text. Here we have, now we have all the values here in these variables, and now what we have to do is we have to make the SQL connection. So SQL connection, you can see this, it's not showing because we have not imported the library. You have to import this one using system data .sql client. When I click on this, here you can see this, it's being added into my library that is using system.data.sql client. After that, you have to create this SQL connection object. So on equals new SQL connection. After that, you have to write this con.connection string equals this. You have to write the data source equals, and whatever you have to write here, you have to just copy from your this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. You have to just go to this connection object, just copy this stuff, this one, server name, just ctrl-c, and just come back to your project and paste this and add one more / here, otherwise it will show error. So now we have this stuff here. After that, you have to write the database name. So my database name is library, as you already know that. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get updated. Okay, so database name is library, and after that you have to write integrated security equals true. So you have to write this stuff, and this will perfectly work. After this, what we have to do is we have to create a SQL command. Here we have this, and we have to write this command object. We have to create this SQL command. So I've created the command object, and after that we have to pass the connection string. We have to pass connection to this command. Okay, so cmd dot connection equals con we have to pass the object of this. Here you can see this. I'm passing it here over here. And in the previous video, I have shown you that we are going to use the data adapter. That's why, sorry, data set. That's why we are going to directly execute the query. But here we have to manually open the connection, and after that we have to perform the operation. So because we are going to execute non-query, execute non-query, so that's why we have to write this con.open. This will open the connection. After that we have to pass the command cmd.x command text, and in this what we have to do is we want to insert the data. So what is the table name of my data is new student. Let me just copy this, make sure N is in the capital and S is also in the capital, so don't change that. So insert into table name. Here we have, after that you have to type each column name. So you can see this, my column name. I'm going to leave this one because it's a primary key and it's auto incremented. Whenever a new record will be inserted, this will be get updated, so we don't need to insert this. So we are going to copy the code from here. As name enrollment, so I have already written it here. You have to just write this stuff. Let me just copy this and paste it here. Okay, after that you just close this, and what we have to insert, we have to write the values here. So how this will work, so for the string we have to write in this format, just double and single, and we have to add 2 plus sign here and 1 comma here. Let me just copy this stuff, and I will just, this will make my coding a little bit faster. So after that, you first think what we have is name, and after that we have to paste it, and we have to actually type enrollment, and again third, follow the same sequence. First in the table we have name, enrollment, department, then semester, and contact and email. So first I'm going to insert name. Here you can see this. After that enrollment, and after that what we have to insert is department, and after department what we have is semester, and after semester what we have is contact. So don't paste this once again. In semester, in contact, you have to do just double quotes, and within that double quotes just 2 plus. There is no single quotes for integer type, make sure. And our name is mobile for that variable. After that we have to paste it once more and just remove the comma from the last, and after that I am going to write an email. Just close this, double quotes, and just semicolon like this, and this will execute perfectly. So after this, writing this, you have to write just one stuff, that is cmd.execute non-query like this, and just close this and here. And after this we have to close the connection as well. So just write like this. Here you can see this, all error has been resolved and this will working perfectly. So after this what we have to do is we have to show the user that data is inserted, successful data insertion is successful. So for that I need a message box. So message box dot show data saved. Okay, and what is this? Success message box name, and my message box button needs to be OK only, and icon needs to be information. Just close this and just save this. Start this, and it will go fine. We have now working. So let me just show you what actually we have in this table till now. Here you can see this, we have 3 records for now. Let me just insert one more record. Okay, so here student name is like what we need to check. Enrollment number will be PU-10022, like this one. Department civil. Student semester is second. Student contact 6655, like this one. Email is J. @gmail.com. And when I save info, data saved, and click on this OK, and when I execute this once again, then you will find J with the PU. Here you can see this. You can actually match this data here. So whatever I have written, you can match it. Okay, so this one, J, PU 10022, civil, 2, second semester, contact number is this, j@gmail.com. So one small stuff is still remaining, and what is that? When I try to enter something empty text box, let me just keep this empty and click on this. This will generate a runtime exception. So why this is? Because we cannot assign a null value to a variable. So that's why it's showing an error, or we cannot actually insert this null value to the database. So for that, we have to check that each text box contains some data or not. So how to do that? For that, you have to just go to this PD and save, click event, and you have to write if txt name dot text is not equals, this is the null symbol, and like this one. So you have to do this stuff. Let me just copy this much. After that, we have to write txt department, or actually it's department, paste this, txt department, txt semester. We have to check for each of the text box, txt mobile, it's contact actually. So in the same way, and finally we have txt email. So in the else condition, we need to write one more stuff, that is message box dot show, and I want to write please fill empty fields. And I want to suggest to user, and I want this message button needs to be OK only. And after that, icon needs to be information. Okay, just close this and save this, and just start this. You can see this when I click on this, and when I try to insert, please fill empty text boxes. So either you fill one, it will still show that. You still show that. It will still show that. There you can see this. Finally, when I fill this one, this will save the data. So that's it for the today's video, guys. In the next video, I am going to show you this one, so how to design this form. You can see this. Okay, sorry, it's an incomplete project. We are working on this. That's why it's nothing is popped up. So let me just move back to this complete project quickly, and let me show you. All this stuff I have already shown you. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go and refer to my previous video. So just log in, and here you can see this. Next video, I'm going to show you how this will design, how to design this all this stuff, and how to edit and do everything in this. Here you can see this. The data I have added is JPU10022. Here you can see this. Here you can see this. When I write something, it will keep searching like this, and when I clear this, it's like that. Okay, so that's it, guys. So just stay tuned, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed, and hit the bell icon. Thanks.